So what made you guys want to jump in on a podcast? Because I remember I approached you guys and I was nervous as fuck, right? Because I respect all of you guys individually and I see you guys as like as my equals. You know what I mean? Not to say that I don't see a lot of people as my equals, but I just don't like a lot of people. Like I'm just not a people person.
Yeah.
Real honest bitches.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just like a very introverted person and I was so nervous to approach you guys with this idea because like I didn't want you guys to be like fuck no, like you with us, like with me, like fuck no. So I was just like, hey you guys, like I love the conversation that we have, like everyone's so raw, so open, so honest, like why don't we bring this to the public? Because I remember being in this host space chat and I was just like, whoa, like this is so much information I wish I would have known growing up.
Yeah.
You know, something as simple as like even like a period conversation, which Nikki was like, so in the beginning, before we shot this podcast, I'm like, all right, guys, what are your boundaries? Nikki's like, I don't have any, just let's not talk about periods.
No, I said, I don't have any boundaries, but I don't think period talk is funny. So if you guys are going for period jokes, I'm out. But if you want to talk about like real menstrual stuff that like might help people, I
couldn't think of
real menstrual stuff.
Like, you know, the other day we were talking about how like we couldn't figure out how to put in a tampon, and that's like actually some shit that
okay,
was helpful.
So shit like that. I couldn't think of a
I don't
faster.
think any of us have like any one-liners for periods.
Well, I mean, that's how I mark my men.
Oh god,
I take my blood and I smear it on their forehead.
Nikki. It started.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it starts. So
Okay, wait.
Feel free to roll out of the shot.
I'm out.
You see her fucking legs. No, so I remember hearing these things and these topics that you guys were talking about and the advice that people would bring in, chiming into the conversation. And I was like, holy fuck, like this is so tight. Like where were you guys when I was growing up, you know? And I felt like the advice that you guys gave was very wholesome and very genuine and very honest. Like if it was something where one of the girls needed to get checked a little bit, or it wasn't like, no, like this did not happen at all, but like, no, you know what? Like I feel kind of fat, and like the other girls would probably be like, yeah, you can lose a little bit weight. Like it gets to that point. And I was just like, dude, I appreciate that because I've just never experienced such real caring, loving group. So when I saw all of that and how different we all were, I was like, dude, we got to bring this to the public. Cause I'm sure there's so many other little geos out there that are like, I'm lost. Like, I don't have this group. I want to learn from a group like this, you know, or like see how they fucked up and see how I can avoid fucking up. But what made you guys go like, yeah, I'm down for that?
Same thing. Like not having any girlfriends and then being part of a girls group for the first time ever where I felt not crazy. I always felt crazy. I always felt like, because I had my boyfriends have always been my best friends and that's it. You know, like I have them and they don't understand when I have like hormones and emotions from hormones and stuff like that. So I just like used to keep it to myself. Like I'm just crazy and it's not to be talked about. And when we joined the girl group and we were able to be open about that craziness and everyone was like, me too, I felt not alone for the first time in my fucking life. And it was so refreshing, and I wish that I had that earlier in my life. Where's the cry glasses?
Wait, no one can see you crying.
I feel like my experience of how I got here is like Gio. I don't even know if Gio's gonna like kill me or anything, but mine was more so like, all right, I'm on the couch. I'm on the couch with my man. And like, you know, we were about to start hooking up. We were having a sexy time. I'm like crawling all over him. I'm like, you know, like we're about to get like nasty. And it's that slow kind of nasty that like, you know, it starts up real slow. And my phone keeps buzzing, but I'm just still like, you know, and then like we're going on for like 5 minutes and my phone just bzz, bzz, bzz. And then finally he's like, who the fuck is that? Yeah.
Pick up the fucking phone.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, it's cool. And then, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so finally, like, I get off him. I'm like, all right. And I look at this and I just start scrolling through and y'all were all talking and shit. And I was like, I gotta do a podcast. Like, that's exactly how it happened. I think I texted back and I was like, I'm down. And then I was like, all right.
Why that's how it happened. The mic like this? What the fuck?
Because that's how I hold this face.
That's face. Okay, got it. I totally thought something else.
Oh, you thought that was the beat that got it. No, that, dude, delicately, the face, you know?
All right.
The face.
I would delicately hold a dick.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to delicately hold a dick?
Sometimes. Like
sometimes.
I mean, claw that shit
in the beginning. hello,
squeeze
wake
the
up.
shit out of it.
Squeeze the shit out of it.
Nice to meet you.
I think I started. I decided to jump on the podcast because, well, I mean, the weird thing is, I never bought into this whole podcast thing. Like everyone had a podcast. I'm like, do people really listen to this?
Yeah,
shit?
there's too many of them.
Yeah, there's so many because it started popping up out of nowhere, right? But I realized, well, one, I want an excuse and a reason to spend more time with the girls. Like I want to,
That's honestly why I said yes.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like I want more reasons to hang out with you guys and bond with you guys and grow stronger, like grow our relationship stronger.
And you call me racist. You just enforced that fucking stereotype, girl.
So that was the main thing. But then also when I thought about it, I realized that, yeah, like when I was younger, I was the only child in the house full of adults and there was no older sister. There was no one to teach me about what was going on, like what the problems that I had and stuff like that. And I realized that ultimately what I want out of this podcast is entertainment, but also to be the bigger sister that our viewers need, to teach them things that we thought or that we wish that we knew back then, and to guide them through really terrible things. And the one thing that reminds me of it is that I used to do like meet and greets. I used to fly all over and do meet and greets. And there was this one girl that I did 2 meet and greets in my hometown. This one girl came to both of them, and each time she came to me, she would cry and be like, "I love you so much. You and your stuff get me through terrible things in my life. I'm going through so much, and I look up to you and you inspire me, and it gets me through my hardest days." And then like seeing her cry like that made me, I saw some sort of familiarity in that cry. I'm like, I know that cry and I know what that is. And so that's why that was, another reason why I decided to jump on the podcast, because I want to talk about the things that other people are afraid to talk about. I want to talk about things that kids or teenagers and stuff are afraid to come out to talk about, and hopefully they can find some sort of strength and inspiration in us to get through their hard times and grow like how we did through our hard times, and maybe we can be their family too.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah, that's honestly like why. So for me, I do think about little Tiff and like if she had this group of friends, like where would she be now? But I guess for me, it's harder to place myself in a position where like I'm giving myself the responsibility for other people. So I try not to get into that headspace because then I'll get really into my own head. But for me, the main reason why I wanted to do this podcast is to spend more time with you girls, because I really do feel like, yes, we're close in that chat, but it's like face-to-face interaction for me is more important. So that is the main reason why I'm like, yeah, I'm down for this. Bose again.
What?
Did you do something?
I didn't.
Oh, I heard that.
Can y'all edit out my bodily functions? I don't know when to pull away.
Because I'm like, every time I speak, Bose has
you have great ears. Oh, the headphones.
Yeah.
HyperX headphones, thanks for the sponsorship. Thank you.
Thank you, HyperX.
But yeah, so yeah, and I also like right now, currently in my life, this moment, like I feel like I just really need something like this. And where's this cry glasses?
Oh, they're right there. They're right there.
It's a well-rounded.
But yeah, like I really, really like current Tiff really needs this group like badly.
Support,
So
some people to stand next to.
Yeah.
And it's such a well-rounded group of girls from all different walks of life. We have mothers, we have wives, we have single ladies. Like we have like unmarried, we have like college people,
We have teen mom.
Yeah, teen mom.
What am I? Am I just unmarried?
You're single.
Both unmarried. We're good.
I mean, but it was like single
You
ladies,
went-
and
you
then she
went-
looked at me and she was like, unmarried.
Your relationship.
Like, can I have a cat?
you're a full-time girl.
Yeah.
You're the full-time girl.
Company woman.
Yeah. We have like business women. We have like, it's such a huge, like it's a hodgepodge of all different walks of life. And I feel like viewers can find a little bit of themselves in each and every one of us.
Like the
Yep.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. I was like,
I'm the white one.
I can't. Oh my
Hey.
sad.
Sad Spice.
Dude, most of them are white.
I'm with you, girl.
I'm tired,
Damn, I'm
Spice.
with you.
Just tired.
Okay, Jess, last for you. What made you accept
I think
it?
just a culmination of all of those. But I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I was one of the first people that you brought it up to when we were in the car.
I was.
And for me, I think it was surprising that I would be invited to it because I don't see myself as entertaining or anyone would even want to hear what I have to say.
You're so fucking funny, and you're so like your delivery of the shit that should be probably softened. It's just so dry. I fucking love it.
It's like you don't say much, but when you do,
You drop
it hits.
bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Plus, you're white, so this is like perfect.
Yeah, we need the
Like the
diversity. We need the privilege.
Yeah. I just said I don't know how to follow up.
We need the privilege. It helps us a lot. Like if we get pulled over, you're sitting in the front seat.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, can I see your badge number, officer? I would never say that.
I'm the Becky, like, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the manager. I'll figure shit out for us. I'll get us, whatever we need. I think I was just surprised that I was seen as someone worthy to be like on an entertainment like show. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. And then I started thinking more like, I'm just in the same boat, like didn't ever have a huge group. I always had a couple friends, but I think a lot of people nowadays, the way social media is set up and the way people's lives are, everyone's just so alone. People feel like more separated. There's not much of a community anymore. So I know that I feel better when I listen to a podcast. Like if I'm alone all day and like I have a bunch of errands to run, I don't get to really see people, but I get to like listen to a podcast and feel like I'm still interacting with someone and it brightens my day. So I just felt like contributing to that for someone else would mean a lot to me. So that's why I did it.
Damn, I fucking love this. This is so dope. And you guys, trust me when I say this, I'm not like trying to sell you some shit, but like we're clearly doing it for selfish reasons here. So you know that shit's going to be very genuine because it's like we're doing it really for ourselves because we're enjoying it. And you so happen to have like this invitation to just kind of be a fly on the wall. And I think it's a lot of fun. And the few topics that we're going to, not the few, but the next videos that we're going to be talking about are going to be really dope topics like dick sizes. And we're going to be talking about like how to deal with the breakup and sliding into DMs and how to talk to women.
Yeah,
So
we need to teach y'all how to slide into DMs. We really do.
So the topics are going to be anything and everything with life and love and sex and relationships and work and being young 20s, being in your 30s. Like I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 this year.
I'm still in my
damn.
20s until like another month.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
We got
so-
my last year,
How
my
many
20s.
30s and how many 20s we got?
I turned 30 in November.
I turn 30 next month.
I turned 30 in like 3 years. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Old bitches. But yeah, trust me when I say this podcast is going to be sick as fuck and you don't want to miss anything. And yeah, I think we're reaching the end of our podcast here, y'all. Our first ever. Hey, bitch.
Hello, bitches.
Thanks for getting to know us.
Yes. this is
Thanks
fucking
for
awesome.
listening.
Hopefully we didn't scare you away and you guys want to hear more from us.